the pick'em segment. Last week, we went through every single matchup, and each of us gave our winner for the game, who we thought would win. And Max won. He was by far. I'm gonna say by far because every win matters
Hmm.
in 16 games. He went 13-3.
Huh.
I came in second. I went 11-5, and then Xander was right behind me at 10-6. So I'm looking at a couple games that Max did pretty well on. He called Atlanta. He called the Bucks. Um, there was another one. Called Cincinnati, which was good. You called New England, even though you said you thought Miami could keep it close.
Yeah.
But like you
Indianapolis.
you did very well. You did very well. I was impressed. But so how this is gonna work? So I'm gonna go through every game. I'm gonna give the spread. So you're gonna pick who's gonna win the game, or give a final score, which determines who you think's gonna win the game, and it'll decide who covers this point spread. So first matchup, we got Thursday night football this week. Dolphins at the Bills in Buffalo. Buffalo's favored by 11.5 points. Fellas, what do you think the final score is?
Yeah. This game should not be close based off of what we've seen, but it is a divisional matchup. So I see Buffalo coming away with like a 35-20 win. I think they cover the spread.
I think, like you mentioned, it's a divisional game. I was looking back at their history since 2020. There's been a lot of Buffalo blowouts, but there's also been a lot of close games. You saw some 15-point games, and you saw like two or three 3-point games. I think Miami covers the spread here, and I'm going 27-16 Buffalo.
Wow. All right, I got Buffalo covering this.
Barely covers the spread.
Yeah, that's barely. That's yeah. And I got the Bills covering 34-17, pretty close to what Max had, 35-20. So yeah. So Bills for me and Max got them covering and winning. And Xander, you got the Bills winning, but the Dolphins covering that 11.5 point spread. So next game, Bengals at Vikings, a spread 2.5. Minnesota's favored. Xander, who you think's gonna win? What do you think the final score is?
I am doing the exact same thing I said with the Bills and Dolphins. I think the Vikings come out on top, but the Bengals cover the spread. I think it's a 2-point win for Minnesota. I'm going 29-27.
Yeah, I think Minnesota also wins. Um, their offense has to play better, but I'm going to rely on their defense here. And what did you say the spread was?
2.5 favored towards Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they cover it. I'd say that I think it's not going to be a super high scoring game. I'm gonna go 2017.
20
Hmm.
to 17. Okay,
Yeah.
Minnesota covers that for you, Max. I got the Bengals covering this one. I got it a defensive matchup like you have it as Max. I have it 21-20. Minnesota sneaking away. Um, but the Bengals covering. Next matchup, Steelers at Patriots. Xander and I will both be in attendance, but Max, you kick it off. What's your final score for this one?
Yeah, I'll be watching this one from home on my couch. Final score, I'm gonna say Patriots 27, Steelers 24.
Hmm.
I think it's another close game.
27-24.
Yep.
See, I'm going to the game. It's my first NFL game. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm really hoping we pull out the dub.
You never do on your first one. Trust me.
I
I
mean,
watched the Bills
I
get
mean, I
throttled
went to the Celtics
out.
game. I've been to two Celtics games and they've lost both. So, um, man, the more I look at it, I'm like, oh, I could see us winning, but history, come on, history says we're gonna lose. In our last 9 games against New England, we're 1-9, with the only win being in 2018. So, I'm gonna go New England, as much as it pains me to say it. And what was the spread again?
1.5. Pittsburgh's favored.
Oh yeah, so I'm going New England, so that's them covering the spread
Okay.
anyways. I'm going I'm gonna go 20-16 New England.
Low scoring.
Hmm.
Wow, got the defenses on both sides stepping up. I got the Patriots covering the 1.5 underdog. They win 28-24, 1 point off of a bingo from Max's 27-24. Um, Next up, Colts at Titans. Let's make this quick. Indianapolis 4.5 favored in this one. Who you got? Max, kick it off.
Yeah, I've got the Colts. I think that they win decisively in this game.
Yeah.
I think I'd feel comfortable with them taking a 28-15 win.
Wow.
28-15. This is going to be a hot ass take. I'm going with Daniel Jones throwing for almost 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in the air. But I think the Colts lose. Why? Because I think this is the matchup. Cam Ward proves he's the number one pick. I'm going Cam Ward tossing over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, whoa,
What?
whoa,
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Indianapolis is one of the best pass defenses in the first 2 weeks.
You know what? I don't care. They're reminding me, we said the same thing about
Wow.
the Saints last season. Saints
Clip
put up
it.
40 points and went 2-0 last season. What happened after that? They went downhill from there. I think the Colts are going to be this year's
Wow.
Saints.
I
Not
got Colt.
actually. Not
I got
actually. But I don't think they maintain that level of success. I'm going Titans 41-34.
30. Wait, whoa. Four.
41-34.
Wow. I got crazy thoughts about what you just said there. But I got the
I
Colts
think it's a
covering that
high
4.5
scoring game. High scoring game. Tennessee comes out on
against
top.
two.
Yeah, Xander, that might be the craziest take you've had on this show so far. 400 yards is insane.
Gotta
I'm
have
talking about
that
Cam
take.
Newton.
If he goes for 400, I will give you I will send you flowers. All
I
right.
Xander,
want
I
you
will give you my Sunday ticket login if he goes for 400 yards.
All
is
right.
gonna
I got the Colts. I got the Colts winning that one 4.5, 24-17 against the Titans. Got Texans at the Jaguars. Jaguars 1.5 point favorites at home against the Texans. Texans coming off a tough loss versus the Bucks. Jags favored in this one, 1.5 points. Who you guys, Xander?
This is so tough to call. Part of me wants to say Jaguars just because they're at home and they've looked pretty good this season. But I don't think Houston goes 0-3 to start the year. So I'm going Houston picking up the dub. And I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 27-23 Houston.
Wow. Max, I feel like you have strong feelings about this game. This is a pretty good matchup. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close matchup. In fact, I don't even have the Jags winning this game. I agree with Xander. The Texans are not going 0-3. They face a division rival. Granted, they are at their place, but I still think that they're going to go ahead and get this win. Give me Texans 30, Jaguars 27.
Ooh.
I think it'll be close.
Yep. Texans covering that line as underdogs and winning outright. Yeah, and I got it as a close game as well. I have a lot of questions about that Texans offense, but I like the Jags. And I like the growth they've shown, especially with Cohen as the new head coach. I got the Jags winning but not covering. I got the Houston Texans covering but losing the game. Jaguars 28, Texans 27. All
Hmm.
right, next game, Atlanta at Carolina. Atlanta's favored by 5.5 points. Max, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to take Atlanta. No question about it for me, and I don't think it'll be particularly close. Um, I think if I had to pick a score, they're not going to go over 30, so I will give them 27. I think Carolina comes away with 14.
Mm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Max here. I'm going Atlanta 21-14.
Yeah, and um I got Atlanta covering as well, 23-17. I think Atlanta's defense has made a lot of improvements, and
Yeah,
a lot of people doubted them going into this year, rightfully so, but they've kind of shushed a lot of people. So next game we got Rams at Philadelphia. This might be the game of the week.
it is.
Philadelphia favored by 3.5 points. Max, who you got?
Call me crazy, the Rams are winning this game. I have the Rams winning. They'll cover, and This is so hard because are we going to see a high scoring Eagles offense or is it going to be defensive battle again? I don't know. Give me Rams 31, Eagles 27.
Mm,
Hmm. I think it's a repeat of last year's divisional round game where Eagles look like they're gonna win the game and then Rams start to come back, bring it to a one-score game, but the Eagles defense stops them on turnover on downs at the end. So I'm going Eagles 29-22.
wow, that's an odd score. I like it though.
Thank you.
I think was 29-22 that one score that has only happened once. I'd have to research that, but there's one score that happened like a few years ago. I saw a clip of it. Anyway,
There's been a few scoregamis the
yeah,
last.
crazy ones, weird ones. But yeah, I think this is the game Philadelphia has to get their playmakers the ball in frequently. And I'm talking AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and I'm
For the love of
talking
God,
right.
throw it to AJ Brown.
Have to. You have to. Because this Rams defense is legit. And so is this Philadelphia defense. But who's the better offense in 2 weeks? I'd say the Rams. I would
Yep,
say the Rams.
yep, they
But
are.
I have them losing this game. I think Philadelphia does enough. They win the game, but the Rams cover the 3.5 point spread. Rams 24, Philadelphia Eagles 27. Close game. And Max, if the Rams score that touchdown that last drive, 34-27, we have a bingo right there. So we've had a lot of close ones, but I think like what Zander said, that Philly defense is going to do just enough when the time's right.
Hmm.
Um, Jet yep, New York Jets at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay favored by 6.5 points. Xander, who you got?
I think this one's a blowout. There's no Justin Fields. He's out due to concussion. And Tyrod Taylor, he's just not as good as he used to be. So I'm going Tampa 38-13.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Cooking them
Baker
boys.
throws for I think Baker goes 250 and 5 touchdowns.
Could happen. Yeah, I've got Tampa Bay winning in a blowout as well. I don't think they're going to put up 38, but I could see them scoring 30, and I don't expect New York to score more than six.
You don't think Tampa puts up
Wow.
38?
What's that? No,
Well,
I
30's not that far off. That's a touchdown away, but I mean, 30's 30. 30's a lot of points. And you know
I
what's
think they're
funny?
going to get to a point where they don't even need Baker Mayfield in the game anymore.
Xander has 38, Max got 30. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning 34-20, right in the middle. A little
Mm.
sweet spot. I think that offense is
I think you're
clicking.
giving the Jets offense a lot of credit.
I no, I think Tyrod Taylor's a better passer than Justin Fields. I think he has veteran NFL experiences. He's seen different blitzes, he's seen different coverages. He's not the runner Justin Fields is, but I think the pass game will be better. I don't think it will be anything to it might be like a 13-31 game and next thing you know Jets score late and it's 34-20. So it might be one of those games. But yeah, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers covering that one. Next one, I think this is an underrated game this week. The Las Vegas Raiders at the Washington Commanders. Washington favored by 3.5 points. A lot of good games this week, but Washington favored 3.5. Xander, who you got?
It honestly depends on if Jaden Daniels plays or not.
Right.
Because he's not practicing until Friday, and what that tells me is Marcus Mariota is in line to start. So be it. I got Washington 28-23. I think Marcus Mariota in a Cliff Kingsbury system is gonna be lights out. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I also agree. Washington's going to win this one 28-21.
Hmm.
Ooh, I got Washington down 23-17. Marcus Mariota game-winning drive 24-23. Washington wins, but Vegas Raiders cover that 3.5 point spread. Green Bay at Cleveland. It's a pretty quick one. Max, what do you got, bud?
Yeah, Cleveland, or sorry, not Cleveland. I'm not that crazy. Green Bay wins. They cover the spread. Give me best team in football right now, 35-17.
Wow. Mm,
Hmm.
mm,
Hmm.
mm.
I
Xander,
like
what do
it.
you got?
I'm going Green Bay 37-23.
All right.
So you got Green Bay covering, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. I got Green Bay covering as well, 30-16. They cover that 7.5 point spread. Um, This is gonna be fun. A lot of where this is different than the pick 'em because I feel like last video there's a lot of stuff we agreed on. The first like 5, 6 games we're all on the same
Mm.
page. I'm pretty sure. So this
Yeah,
is
we're
gonna be a
kind of
lot of
all
back
over the
and
board
forth.
this week.
Right. It'll be cool to see what the record is. So this might be the game of the week. Other than Rams and Philly. That's what I was thinking of. Denver at the Chargers. Chargers favored by 2.5 points. Max, who you got?
Yeah, Denver is maybe the best defense in football so far through 2 weeks. But I love the Chargers,
Mm,
man. I love what they're doing out there in LA right now. Both LA teams finally seem to be good at the same time. Um, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I do think that Denver covers the spread. So give me LA 28-27.
mm.
Okay.
What you got, Zander? I
You
like
know,
it.
after a heartbreaking loss against the Colts, where you lose on a penalty, now you have a division rival. I think Denver's going for blood here. I think I'm going Denver upset. And I think both teams' defenses are great, but this isn't going to be a defensive battle. I think this is an offensive shootout as well. I'm going Denver 36-30.
Wow. You got Denver winning as underdogs. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, man, I like this Chargers offense. I think a comfortable win against Las Vegas just solidifies the offense. And Harbaugh might have a case for being a top 5 coach in NFL history or not NFL history, in football history. Um, I got the Chargers in Denver tied at 24-24 in the fourth quarter. Harbaugh coaching up that team, driving down the field, game-winning field goal, 27-24. Chargers covering the 2.5 point spread. Next game, New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. Xander, who you got?
I mean, it's in Seattle, home of the 12th man. That place is going to be loud.
Yeah, man.
That's
That
top
defense.
top two, top three home advantage in football. And especially getting a convincing win over Pittsburgh towards the end. I'm going Seattle in this matchup. But I do think they take a step back offensively, you know? I'm saying Seattle 16-13.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Low
So
scorer.
so so New Orleans covers that.
I do think New Orleans covers.
Ooh. Max, what do you think? What do you think about
Yeah,
Xander's prediction right there?
I think you're not giving Seattle's offense enough credit, especially having just watched them, seeing what they could do to a defense that's not so well put together right now. Um, to make it short and sweet, Seattle 27-17.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a low scoring. I think the Seattle defense is absolutely legit. And I think the New Orleans Saints can do enough to keep them under 30. I got the Seattle Seahawks covering and winning 24-10. Next game, we got the Cardinals at the 49ers. San Francisco, man, favored by 2.5 points. Is Brock Purdy playing? I don't think so. Mac Jones is
Mm-mm.
going to be in there, and they're favored by 2.5 points at home versus a divisional game. Hey, not to mention every team in the NFC West won last week. We talked about that whole division in one video. That's going to be a competitive division. So
Mhm.
Cardinals at 49ers. Max, who you got? San Fran favored by 2.5.
Give me Arizona. I think Arizona goes out and they put on not a super impressive performance, but they haven't the last 2 weeks. They've kept their opponents close and haven't had a comfortable win yet this season, but I think they win 23-20.
Mm. What you
Hmm.
got? What you got, Xander?
I'm also going Cardinals here. I without Purdy, without Kittle, I'm going Cardinals win. And I'm saying 37-30.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Man, I'm looking at my score. This is the first game where I'm like looking because I wrote all these down as we're like talking about the games. I'm writing down the prediction, kind of like thinking as I speak and listening to you guys. This is the one game that I'm like, I kind of want to change my score, but I don't know if I want to do it because I haven't done it yet. So I'm going to keep it. I got the Cardinals covering but losing the game. San Francisco wins 21-20. And I'm high on the Cardinals, but I think San Francisco at home can sneak away with one. Next game. This is the highest total Oh, excuse me, second highest total out of all these games. Dallas at Chicago. We watched Chicago get lit up by Detroit, and we also saw Dallas's defense give up 37 to New York, the Giants. So Dallas favored by 1.5. Max, who you got?
Man, this is one that's hard for me to call, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Which version of these two teams are we going to see?
right.
So far, I've been more impressed with Dallas. So give me Dallas. And I think that they do cover the spread. I'm going to say 24, 24-20.
Really low scoring.
Yeah.
You think the def Okay.
Uh,
Xander, what do you
I'm
think,
with
man?
Max on this one. Dallas is just a more impressive team. Bears, I mean, I had such high hopes for them coming into the year, but it's clear as day, no matter who